had a fucking audition for a ninja.
Recently?
It was for a commercial, no line. And I remember Lawrence Har, who's a Korean agent that I had. Lawrence,
I remember Lawrence.
Yeah, I love Lawrence.
Aqua.
Lawrence goes, hey, you got to go get a ninja outfit.
You gotta go get
And I go, I know, but the thing is that can't they envision me in a ninja outfit? I'm not gonna go I don't know where to go to the ninja. I don't know where to go, right?
Party City.
I didn't. Oh, now I thank you. Next time I have, but. So I showed up and everyone was wearing one, and I was wearing what I wear.
It was our one chance to work all year. You're gonna go, to the mat to do it, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't wear one. A ninja.
And did you get the job?
No, I remember them going, "Why didn't you wear the thing?" And I went, all right, and I left. And I remember going, I refuse. That was my line. I go, I can't.
Yeah.
There's another one where we just want you to scream.
This is the Godzilla one?
Yeah.
The King Kong.
King Kong, right? I go, scream? There's no line? No, just run in a circle and scream. So I was in a room going, ah! You know what I mean? In a circle, you know what I mean? It's like the worst situations, you know what I mean? And that was my audition for the year.
Yeah. No, I get it. Totally get it.
Yeah,
I went to an audition once for a commercial where it called for a bunch of aliens, like people from another planet. Not people from beings, entities from another planet.
Yeah.
And everyone in the audition waiting room was Asian. Not an exaggeration.
I love
everyone.
It. Wow.
Even though in the commercial, everyone was covered with makeup so that you could not tell the race. Everyone was fucking Asian. I'll never forget that audition.
Did you go in?
I don't remember. I don't remember whether I went into that audition or not.
Because I can't see you. I can't see you going in and going beep 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 beep.
No, see that's the thing. Like, we've all had those lines that we've had to draw and say like, I am not doing this.
All right, yeah.
And it's good for all of us to know because as we get older now, it's not so conflicting. Like when you're younger and you're trying to make it, you're like, well, what if this is my big break? You know, like what if I say no and my agent yells at me for not going to an audition?
Yeah.
Like all these things swirl in your head.
Yeah. Now it's so I say no to 95% of it. Yeah. I really do. No. And it's just like, it feels like so good because and I feel like a human being. I feel like somebody like, I feel like an artist. I feel like somebody that's like a credible performer, right? That I can look at a project and go, yeah, it's not for me. You know what I mean? Whereas 20 years ago, I would have sucked somebody's dick just to even get in the room, right? It's so let me ask you something. Do you, because I feel it, do you feel the change? I feel a change in the last 10 years in Hollywood, right? In terms of they're far more open, and I feel more, you know what I mean, a part of it.
Yeah, 100%. And
good.
And you are a part of that. The fact that YouTube came around and podcasts came around put more power in the hands of creators. And so there weren't gatekeepers, the way that there were, 20 years ago. And I think there can be an overcorrection when it comes to that because there's always, the people who cry wolf and things like that. That turns into like the Crucible, but, But yeah, the point is that like there is a like-mindedness that is taking over more of the population now. So we can say names and we can prosecute and we can write articles about them.
Yeah, I do feel that, man. And I'm so glad that I was around enough, old enough, and also kind of still relevant enough to like at least get some of it, you know what I mean? Because if it would happen 30 years from now, you know what I mean, then I would have been fucked, right? So I was able to get some of it, you know what I mean? And I just feel so great. I feel grateful about it mainly, you know what I mean? I really do.
I love that.
I mean, I'm sure you do too, right? That a feeling of like, finally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Like when you see, like, even when I remember Joy Luck Club. When I saw that movie, I was bawling in the theater, not just like tearing up, like ugly crying, because I'd never seen Asian Americans. They weren't even men. All the men were assholes in that movie. But, just to see even, all of us presented up there, it was monumental. And then Crazy Rich Asians the same way, and seeing your podcast the same way. All of these things are a groundswell.
Yeah. It's interesting because, I'm now, reoccurring on a bunch of shows and this and that. And I feel like, when I show up, before this is something that happened, I don't know what happened, but 20 years ago, I would show up on a set and I wouldn't talk to the producers, too scared, didn't talk to the director, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it's the culture that changed or if I changed, But now when I'm on a show, I am so comfortable with developing friendships with the producers and the directors, and we have dinner and this and that. Before, I was so petrified of it all.
I think it's both.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You think so?
I think
Okay.
it's also not outside of you, just your own personal growth. I think the culture changing also changed you.
Right.
Like it sort of made you less, apprehensive.
Well, now they're asking me now how I feel about it. So I'll be on set now, and a director or producer will go, "So how do you feel about this line or this, the direction this character is going?" Whereas before, I wouldn't have an option. Do it like this, and then you're just like, oh, you know what I mean, like freaking the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, and because instinctually you have ideas and things like, "What about this? Or what about that?" But you would never fucking say it because you don't have the power.
Yeah. Take race and culture out of it. It's about power, right? Any young actor who's on set for the first time is not going to be like, I got a problem with this line right here.
Yeah.
You're just happy to be there, and you're just
Right.
going to do whatever they say so that you stay there. you know?
Yeah.
So there's something to be said for success, right? And experience.